Sunshine FM 104.9, and that was Sugarland. There was something more. Well, I have something more for you. I have had the phone call. The Big D is only minutes away, but I think we're going to miss him at the moment because right now we have Deep Creek Road. Now, it's a country rock band based down there in Melbourne, and it has a regular 5-piece lineup, including singer-songwriters Steve Simmons and also Jamie Holland. Jamie joins us now. Well, I'm glad you're not late, Jamie.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm generally running late, so surprisingly I'm not late today.
Oh, well, that's okay. We've got the men running late today, which is unusual, but it's okay. We can hold the fort for them.
That's right. Maybe he was caught up just doing his hair. It's all good.
I'll have to tell. I'll send you a photo. Yeah.
Okay.
He does have hair, but not too much. But yeah, it's okay. Now, Jamie, you guys have just done your very first Denny Ute muster. That must have been so exciting for you.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome. I loved it. I actually didn't want it to end at all. I had such a fun time, and you know, we met a whole bunch of the other acts that were playing, and yeah, it was just a hoot. I loved it. I'm completely converted for life.
There you go. So block that in for every year for the next at least 5 years.
Please. I loved it.
Now, our listeners probably haven't had that much of a chance, and I haven't had the chance of hearing much about Deep Creek Road. So please, Jamie, tell us about Deep Creek Road.
Okay. Deep Creek Road, we launched about a year and a half ago. Our first single was a song called Here and Gone, which was played a fair bit on CMC and got some fairly good traction. So some people know it, some people don't. We've just finished off our second EP called I Want to See You're Crazy, which is our third single that's just been released. So new EP launches next month, and yeah, getting out and about and touring wherever we can, and loving every minute of it, really.
Now, as I said before, we have the singer-songwriters, which is yourself and Steve.
Yep.
Do you do a lot of writing together? How did you two meet?
So we knew each other within the industry in Melbourne, just because I think music cliques tend to be pretty small, I guess, wherever you're from, really. And we were actually doing a gig one time and chatting about our love for country, and we were actually talking about the latest Keith Urban album, and kind of so shocked and amazed that each other had been listening to it and were familiar with it, because I guess the country scene in Melbourne is fairly underground, you know. It's certainly not mainstream or commercial here. So it was quite funny to meet someone else who was just totally loving country and Keith Urban, and was down with all the latest tunes and everything else. And we just got talking, saying, geez, there needs to be more in Melbourne, and, you know, I wish there was more of a scene here, because I'd love to be involved, you know, heavily with it. And, you know, Deep Creek Road really was born out of that conversation. We met up and started writing not long after, and within about 8 weeks we had the band together, and we're jamming and doing demos. So that was it. It all happened really quickly, but it was just a very natural process at the same time.
Well, we're starting to see a lot of new bands and new country acts coming out, because a lot of people, when they hear the word country, they think it's country and western. But when you talk about, you know, like Keith's latest album, we have a look at Amber Lawrence's latest album, some of the stuff that even Lee Koenig and Troy Casadale are bringing together, that they're bringing to the table now, which is exciting the young ones as well into the country music scene. So a big thank you for that. And your sound certainly does reflect the new country as well.
Oh, cheers. Thank you. Look, I think it's a really exciting time for the industry as a whole, because exactly what you say, there's all of these new, fresh, young, you know, solo, duo bands popping up all around the same time. And I just think it's really kind of, there's definitely a new generation of country, you know, that kind of has evolved and developed over the past kind of 12 to 18 months. So I think that's exciting. Like, I love anything new or you know, anything that's evolving. So definitely rapt to be, you know, a part of it.
Well, what we're going to do right now is we're going to go and play your new single, I Want to See You're Crazy. Then we're going to come back and finish off our little chat.
Woohoo!
Here they are right now, Deep Creek Road, and I Want to See You're Crazy. 104.9 Sunshine FM, I Want to See You Crazy, and we are joined with Deep Creek Road's one and only Jamie Holland. Jamie, what a cracker of a song.
Oh, cheers. Thank you.
And it's got such a good beat, gets everyone going, but who came up with the idea?
Well, Steve and myself wrote it with a producer down here in Melbourne called Clive Young, And we had just gotten back from a stint in Nashville where we were recording and writing material for the new EP, and it was CMA Fest time over there. So for anyone that doesn't know what that is, it's one time a year where basically Nashville is overrun by the biggest music festival, and there's literally thousands of country acts playing there, and there's a 4-day stint in the stadium there of a big nightly concert, and it's just the funnest, most amazing. I just said funnest. What a terrible
You did.
But it was a crazy, amazing time to be over there. Too many drinks, too much fun, too many late nights, all the good stuff. So we were just relaying the stories and the shenanigans we got up to while we were in Nashville. And we said, gosh, remember how, when you're young or when you're at school, every weekend is like that. Every weekend is full of fun and shenanigans. And whatever happened to that? Why do we all need to be so serious? And the song was born.
Never grow up.
Never grow up.
You never have to.
Okay. I don't ever want to.
No, so you've got people out here now going, okay, we've just had a taste of I Want to See You Crazy. I love the sound of Deep Creek Road. How can we get a hold of it?
On iTunes.
How easy is that? So folks, there you go. Get onto iTunes, or you can hop onto Facebook, check out Deep Creek Road, take you to their website, all that sort of stuff. Now, that's not the end of Deep Creek Road for the year. I see you have 1 or 2 shows in Tamworth.
Yes, or 8.
Or 12. I think you've got, at the moment, I think you're up to about 12 shows.
Yeah, it's something ridiculous. Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of shows in Tamworth, and on Australia Day, we're doing a festival in Newcastle. February, we've got a big event here called Live on the Lawn with Lee Koenigan, Adam Brand, Casey Chambers and Morgan Evans.
Wow, it's a good lineup.
So great, stellar lineup. Yeah, there's lots of bits and pieces here and there and everywhere. So the best way to keep in contact is probably our Facebook and website. We do lots of, updating and gig guides on that.
And anything in the pipeline for Queenslanders yet? That's a very long pause. We're pretty cool up here,
What can you organise for us? No, all jokes aside, we're actually hoping to get up there in the next couple of weeks and do a bit of a press tour around this single. So, because this single's just been released and fresh, hopefully within the next month we'll have at least an acoustic show somewhere.
Oh, that'd be awesome. So there you go, folks. If you guys want to see Deep Creek Road at one of our bigger festivals like Gympie next year or Urban Country Music Festival, anything like that, what you need to do is get onto their websites and say, hey, guys, bring these guys up for us so we can catch them.
Yes, please.
I know. Jamie, thank you very much for joining us. We'd love to catch up with you after your little tiny stint there at Tamworth with your 12-plus shows. But thank you very much for joining us, and we'll catch up with you again.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jamie.